Yes, welcome to your best post show ever, brought to you by the folks at Twisted Tea. We have tall boys now, and this is half and half, so I'm going to enjoy that, especially because we're out in the sun. You're an Englishman, Max Anstie. Are you okay with all this sun here? Are you all right with this?
Well, I might turn into a bit of a lobster by next week.
Okay.
But yeah, I do tend to burn, but you know, my wife does like it when I have a tan, so maybe I should take my top off and now I got maybe not. I won't do that.
Any other ladies want to see that?
Oh, my wife won't like that, but yeah.
Max, this is a track that everybody loves. You did get to race it last year, actually.
Yeah.
What do you think? First of all, why do you think everybody likes it so much? And then, do you like it that much?
Mate, it's just walking the track yesterday.
Yeah.
It's unreal. It is. I mean, I asked my mechanic. I was like, "What track would you like to ride out of all the one?" It's like, "Oh, here." I'm like, "Okay, the hills are super steep."
Yes.
But it's the ground. The dirt is really nice because it's not hard packed, but it's not super soft. It's like perfect. The jumps are all really nice, and the hills are just cool. The track's got some character, and it definitely looks like one of the coolest tracks, we go to. So, it's a no-brainer with that. I mean, it's very cool track.
How big is the challenge? I'm looking at a couple of these scoop tires in the back of your rig there. How big is the challenge figuring out the track is kind of like exactly half sand and half clay? How challenging is that to figure out?
Well, I wrote down on my notes last year, Blake Baggett and Adam Cincerillo ran a scoop.
Yeah.
And they went 1-2 or whatever they did. They were well up there.
Yeah.
And I thought the track was wetter this year than last year. I thought last year was slightly harder.
Okay.
So it was not a question for me.
All
but
right.
then, surprisingly, everyone else down on the start line, only Tomac ran a scoop, but everyone else had normal tyres on. And I thought the scoop was going to help me on the start, because I'm looking for everything that I can to help me get up front.
Yeah.
But it didn't really work on the start, but I felt fine on the track. So I was actually...
Oh, okay.
I was actually... And even going up the hill, with my guys, I'm obviously looking for a touch more performance. So I'm looking for everything we can to try and close that gap to those factory bikes.
Right.
And I felt like the scoop up the hill was working fine.
Okay.
I wasn't losing time on Dino and people like that when I was with them. So I felt like today, as far as the races go, we made progress. From last week we made progress with the suspension, and my guys they're doing the best job that they can, and they've got a plan over the next few weeks when we have the break after Washougal for some engine stuff to just to help that performance side of things and hopefully close the gap to those guys a little further up the track. But I felt like at least these two motos I was racing and having a good battle, and there was no drama with any of that stuff. Like the last few weeks. So no, positive.
That's solid. All right, we're going to chat with a couple other riders. Kellen Brauer is over in the media corral, and we'll talk to some riders, and we'll come right back.
All right, Aaron Plessinger, 5'9" for 6th overall on the day. First off, talk about what happened in the second moto with coming together with Dylan at the bottom of the Mount Martin.
Yeah, so, my starts weren't on par today. I don't know what was going on, but, I was in the back of the pack each time. So, first moto, I was just charging, ride my own race, and when I caught Dylan, I kind of just went flat, and I don't know. But second moto, I was feeling good. Chugged coffee right before I went out, so I was feeling great. But me and Dylan kind of got a back of the pack start, and then he wadded up going down the hill, and I hit the brakes. Tried to go around him, and then Marvin just smashed into the back of me. So, I was unfortunate, but bike was stuck wide open, so I just tried to pick it up off of Dylan so he could go. Throttle was, ripped to shreds, and then I was running really, really good laps, but just unfortunate to go down and not really salvage what I could today. I thought I could pick up a win today, but. It happens.
So were you actually satisfied with the riding on the day? Like, did you come back to the hauler pretty happy with how you rode, but you're just kind of disappointed in the result?
Yeah. I mean, I was mad at first when I went down, but, I kind of just picked myself back up and started cruising, started flowing, and before I knew it, I was holding Chase at bay. I was looking at him every lap, and he wasn't pulling me at all. So I was pretty happy with my riding, and also I was just having fun. I looked at A-Ray over one of the jumps, and he looked at me, and I was just having fun at that point. And to come back to 9th, it was pretty good ride, I'd say.
So Chase Sexton, 7-3 for 4th overall on the day. You had to obviously come from pretty far back in the first moto. But are you satisfied overall with the day, how you rode everything?
Yeah, I mean, the results didn't really show how I felt on the bike. I felt we made a big change after first practice, and from there on I felt really comfortable. So, yeah, first moto I felt really good on the bike, just a bummer to go down, and I ran over Kenny's bike and just went flying through the air. So kind of put me behind the 8 ball, but I made some really good passes, and I feel like I rode good. So I definitely put a lot on the line first moto and definitely wasted a lot of energy, but felt like second moto I still had some in the tank, and overall it was a solid moto for me. I got like a 10th place start and made my way to 3rd, and yeah, 7-3 for 4th is not great, but I think we're trending in the right direction now.
Joe Shimoda going 8-9 for 7th overall on the day, and obviously had to come back a little bit in that second moto. Are you satisfied with the day, or is it a little frustrating that you kind of couldn't put 2 motos fully together?
Kind of disappointed, but at the same time making a lot of improvements. My starts, obviously not good yet, but getting better. I was in position 8 for both moto, I think, and then both moto, rider was down in front of me, so I had to either hit them or dodge it. And the second one, I dodged it, and the guy from behind hit my bike, so I had to just let the bike go. And after that, from 37th place to 9th was, I would say that's a pretty good comeback. So just do it better next time.
Yeah. Colt Nichols, 7-7 for 6th overall on the day, so consistent, but happy with that result, or still looking for more?
No, that was consistently, for lack of better words. I don't know what happened today. To be honest with you, I had a decent weekend last weekend, and probably the best week of riding I've had since the series on Tuesday, Wednesday, and I just had nothing to give today. I was kind of floundering around the last 15 minutes of that second moto. It was pretty embarrassing, but no excuses. I just didn't have it today. I had really good speed at the beginning parts of both motos, and then felt like I just hit a wall. And once you hit a wall on this track and you're not flowing and doing stuff like that, it eats you alive, and that's exactly what it did. So we got to go back to work, man. Figure out how to just be a little better, man. It was a really piss poor day, and just disappointed. After last weekend, I felt like I had a good base, and then coming into this weekend, like I said, really good week of riding, and then just kind of pissed the bed a little bit, but that's all right.
All right, Hunter Lawrence, 5-5 for 5th. So, hey, consistency, but I'm sure you're looking for a little more, right?
Yeah, we consistently sucked this weekend, so not what we were looking for. Man, just struggled. Dude, our starts weren't, like if we had a better start, I feel like, maybe we could have been, be able to fight for like a 3rd or, maybe a 2nd, a bit clear track and stuff. It can change a lot, when you start outside the top 10, it's tough. You use a lot of energy, take a lot of risks, trying to pass guys, different lines and stuff that you're not used to, and so you like hold on tighter and stuff. But yeah, it's a tough one to swallow, especially after such a great weekend last weekend, and I know what I'm capable of. So to have this and just not have the tools and that extra bit within myself this weekend, it's pretty sucky. So.
We're going to wrap this up with Max Anstie. Thanks, Kellen Brauer, for the interviews there. This is what I want to know. There's battles all over the track. TV only can cover as 3 or 4 riders at a time. Who are you generally like duking it out with? Was it Dean Wilson today, it sounds like?
It seems like I'm riding around with Dino. And I know obviously he's got his issues, so yeah, I end up on the track finding him. First moto I found him, and then he went off the track, and then second moto I caught up to him, then I crashed. Then I caught up to him again, and I was like, I couldn't pass him at the end. I was like, right. It was, yeah, but no, you've got to have respect for all the guys. There's so many fast guys out there, and a deep field. Everyone's riding strong. They've all definitely made steps, a step from last year. Team-wise and rider-wise, they've all made progress. So it's tough, you know. Everyone out there, I'm having a good race with, and I enjoy riding with them. So now I'm having fun.
That's the point I wanted to make. That there's these gnarly battles. It's no different at first or like ninth or whatever. It's the same.
Exactly. Yeah. No. I mean, even Ferrandis, he passed me, crashed. I think passed me again, crashed. Maybe passed me again. I honestly don't even know. Like it was weird. He slid out, and then Sexton as well. The last few weeks, he keeps coming through and then crashing and coming through. It's like you're always with people. Like,
yes.
You know, I was around with Tomac on the first few turns. We're all kind of in there mixing it up. And,
right.
I don't know. It's great fun. I'm enjoying it, and looking forward to Washougal.
That's what we want to hear. All right, we'll bring over your teammate, the very well-spoken, the brick, Brandon Hartranft. Thanks, Max. We'll get you in some shade.
You think I'm well-spoken?
Oh, absolutely.
Definitely
yes. In the media corral, I talked to Forkner and Bogle earlier, and they're a guy, you ask them one question, and they go on for 5 minutes. So if our show goes long, then we just go to you.
We
keep it simple.
Yeah, that's the way it is. We don't we don't talk that much. That's it.
We
just do business. That's it.
We don't talk that much. You've been doing business lately. Do you feel like you've continued this recent run here? The last 2 rounds were good. How was today?
The last 2 rounds were good. Today, we had like a little issue in Moto 1, but missed the gate drop. But I mean, I came from literally last to.
Wait, you took off after the gate?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
But,
Before the field had come around for a lap? Dunge style?
They were like all the way in the freaking rollers, and I literally just went over the gate. And
that's why we do this show, to learn this stuff.
And I thought that was pretty impressive.
Yeah.
And then Moto 2, I went outside. The gates were not good today for some reason, but I went outside gate probably 6 or 7 from the last one. Came out 6th, so that was pretty sweet. And then I ran up there with Dino for a bit.
Dino.
Yes, Dino's
the nemesis of this team, bro.
Yeah, Dino's annoying.
Okay.
And then I hit the brake too hard, and I thought the bike actually cut off, which was my fault. So I let some guys by, and ended up the bike was fine. But I was dropped back to 13th, so I was bummed. But then I worked my way back up to 12th. So yeah, we're getting way better. I feel like I'm riding really well. So these guys are no joke. So
no, you're doing business.
Exactly, doing business. That's
all right,
it.
that's the brick. Let's cheers it up. And we're going to Washougal, everybody. Thanks to Kellen Brauer for the interviews. Thanks for Max Anstie and Brandon Hartranft for giving us the very long-winded response.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, we don't take our time. We just get right to the point.
That helps sometimes. Smaller file size for our show. We'll see you next week, and thanks for Twisted Tea for backing our show.
Thank you.
Yep.